Hello and welcome to the English 011 Writing and Inquiry Support class. I just wanted to make a quick video here at the very beginning of the semester to introduce myself so that you can see who I am. And although this is an online class and we will not meet physically face to face, it would be nice if you knew who I was, Mrs. Jamie Thomas, and so that if you're ever on campus, you can stop by, you'll recognize me, you'll know exactly who your instructor is. And also, you can look forward to videos throughout the course of the semester, just in terms of providing lecture material and you getting to get a better or more deeper understanding of this course. So what I want to do today is really quickly just kind of talk about what this class is and how this class is organized, which is why you see our Moodle page on the screen. So of course, for those of you who may not know or you're a little bit unsure, English 011 is a support class for English 111. So if based on your own previous academic history, if you are in 011, you are also enrolled in 111. Now, in an ideal situation, you will be enrolled in my English 111 and my English 011, but you might be in someone else's English 111 and my 011. But the point remains, the goal is to build those skills that are necessary for support or for success, in the 111 class. So what does that mean? That means we're going to be focusing on building our writing skills, our grammar skills, our vocabulary skills, and our reading skills. That's not to say that you are not already equipped to tackle those tasks on a collegiate level, but it says that we are here, I am here to give you some support, just some extra practice, some encouragement, things like that. So I just want to kind of scroll through just this first little bit of our page. Of course, in the top box is my contact information. My office, if you're ever looking for me, is in the Lindsay Petrus building, room 122. I do share that office with 3 other people. So if you walk in and I'm not in there, it's still the right place. So, and if you ever need to meet me in my office, please do reach out to me via email first, just so that I can make sure that I am on campus to meet with you. My email address is right here. My phone number is here. So please do utilize those things. I do want to point out this semester, I'm trying to stagger things a little bit. So my 111 classes, the assignments are due on Sunday nights, but my 011 classes, the assignments are due on Monday nights. So I just want to kind of clarify that and point that out, that all assignments are due in this class on Monday nights by midnight, so 11:59 p.m. And you'll get plenty of resource or reminders about that. Now, starting out this first box on Moodle, notice it's labeled important resources, and that's exactly what it is. These are things that, and I may add things here over the course of the semester, but they're just going to help you get started and keep going. So the first thing is the instructor course requirements, the ICR. If you have not, please do click on that, download it, read it. An ICR is nothing more than a contract, okay? And what I mean by that is what I'm giving you at the very beginning of the semester is a pretty well-defined outline of what you can expect from this class and from me. My rules and expectations, things like the fact that I don't accept late work, or I have a zero tolerance policy for plagiarism, or what book it is that you need for this semester. So make sure that you check out that ICR. That's very important. And for the most part, I won't deviate from it. So make sure that you become very familiar with that information. Also, here's a link to the course syllabus, which is available on the RCC homepage, or from the RCC homepage, and then some writing support services that I'm going to come back to and elaborate on later in a different video. But I just want to kind of talk about this structure of each week. Notice this week began yesterday, August 17th, and it will end on the upcoming Monday. And so what that means is each week, what you can look forward to is a list of what to do this week, lecture notes, and videos and things like that. So when I finish recording this, it's going to be here once I post it. So you can look for things like that. Also under this tab, you will see any handouts, any files, anything that is going to actually teach you the material that you need for the week. So this week, what I'm asking you to do is a few things. The first is to read the ICR, right, and complete that quiz. Now, in terms of the ICR quiz, This is very important, okay? This goes beyond just completing an assignment in my class. Because this is an online class, we do have to verify that you are actually enrolled and participate in the class. So in as much as this is for me, as an introductory assignment just to make sure that you're there. This is also for the registrar's office, also for the college. So make sure that you complete, it's 10, I believe 10 true false questions. Yep, 10 true false questions, easy breezy. Look at the ICR, answer the questions, and that'll be that. Please get that done as soon as possible, but no later than, of course, Monday at midnight. Now, the other thing for this week, if we look at our list, is read chapter 4. Let me just, I'm sorry. This is the textbook that we're working from. This textbook is in the library. Now, the thing that I love about this textbook is that this is the same book throughout the English department for all of the writing classes. So for English 111, 011, and English 112, we all use this same book. So it is a required text. Please do get this book because you will have several assignments that require you to have this book. Okay, it's available on campus in the bookstore, so you should not have a problem getting your hands on this book. So this week I'm asking you to read chapter 4. Chapter 4 is an introductory chapter, really focusing on building those academic habits, because again, this is a whole student support class, building those academic habits, but we will, of course, focus specifically on the English side of things. But read chapter 4 and then participate in and complete the discussion board. And then also I'm asking you to write a simple introductory, or maybe not so simple, but a short introductory essay. So and as you can see, some folks have already started on the discussion board. Thank you so much. But what I want you to do specifically, let me give you a little bit of background. If you have not ever completed a discussion board on Moodle, consider it like an online conversation, okay? I don't like to equate it to a chat room because chat rooms are very informal and they are instant, right? So you post something, someone sees it and can respond. But a discussion board is more like, if any of you are familiar with like Reddit or a forum. So I pose a question or a prompt, you write your response, and you don't just write some random off the cuff response. You really take your time to articulate a sound response. This week, I'm asking you to choose one of the tips that's presented in chapter 4. And notice I bold several different things I want you to do. First, choose one and explain. What does it mean? And that explanation is not just what's in the book. That explanation is, yes, I read the book, I processed the information, and this is what this means in my own words, okay? So make sure that you're doing that. Because if I wanted to know exactly what the book said, I would just read it in the book, right? As I already have, of course. Now, the next thing in this paragraph is to describe. If you say, for example, that the text encourages you to engage or encourages students to engage, describe, what does that mean? What does it look like when a student engages in classroom or engages in their education? What does that look like? What are some things that you can do or your classmates can do or anything like that? All right. So strategies that students can use to enhance in that particular area. And finally, now I want you to make it personal. I want you to relate that tip to you. Is that something that you struggle with? Do you find that you have a hard time engaging? Do you engage better in online or in face-to-face? Or are you really a distracted student? I really want you to kind of explain your relation to that particular tip. Excuse me, my dog is distracting me. And then once you have posted, and of course your post should be a solid paragraph, at least 200 words, written in complete sentences. This is an English class and grammatically correct, okay? I'm not saying perfect. Do your best though. And then once you have completed your post, your job is to read not just two people's, read multiple people's posts, but only choose two to respond to. And in that response, you can say, yeah, thank you for explaining that. I agree. It is important to be persistent with your education. And that's something that I struggle with, or that's something that I also value, appreciate, whatever the case may be. So, of course, you want to make sure that you operate with tact and professional courtesy. We always want to be polite and respectful, making sure that we are behaving in such a way, even in this digital forum or form, in such a way that is in line with the standards of conduct that we are expecting here at Richmond Community College. Okay. And the last assignment for this week is writing an introductory essay. I'm asking you, and you'll notice I did not give a whole lot of direction. I want to see what you do when given a straightforward prompt. Two short paragraphs or two paragraphs, one short essay. I want you to address two things, and this is personal. In terms of academics, describe. Notice that I'm using that word describe. You cannot describe something in one sentence, right? If I were to say, what did Sally wear to the party? And you go, she wore a red dress. Well, I don't know what that red dress looked like. Was it short? Was it long? Was it strapless? Did it have shoulder pads? Was it a winter dress, a summer dress? So when you are describing things, you have to give details. You have to elaborate and explain. So describe your academic challenges. What are things that you have struggled with in the past? Also, because there's, even though some things might be a challenge, everything is not. So describe also your strengths. Where do you excel? Why? And then also, what goals do you have for academic improvement? Right? How do you want to become a better student? Now let's make this specific to writing. Do you view yourself as a strong writer? Yes or no? Why or why not? Right? Is it because someone has tainted your view of writing? You think writing is boring, whatever. Maybe you think that you are a strong poetry writer, but you really hate writing essays. That's okay. I just want you to tell me about it. Do you enjoy any form of reading and or writing? Maybe you hate reading textbooks, but you love reading romance novels or crime fiction novels, whatever the case may be. So make sure that you kind of tell me a little bit about yourself in that way. And then I want you to explain. I want you to show me that you're buying in to this experience in this course. Help me to know what it is that you already feel so that we can arrive at a common goal together. Why is it important to have strong reading and writing skills? Not just for your academic career here at RCC, but also for here's Lucy. Okay, she is just begging to be in on this video, and pardon the fact that she needs a haircut. But what is it that you really, really want to do? And how is it that having strengths in these skills will help you, not just in your academics, but also in your career? Okay. So I want you to do your best to type this, format it in MLA format, and turn it in, okay? And I'm going to use it for two things. One, there's a grade, but also I want to kind of get a diagnostic assessment of where you stand right now as a writer so that I can kind of see your strengths and weaknesses. So don't put a lot of pressure on yourself about it, but I do want you to give it a good, solid, strong effort. Now, while I'm speaking about grades, I do want to just remind you that this is a pass-fail course. What that means is, unlike other courses where you would get a letter grade, A, B, C, D, or F, and in this class, when you get your final grade at the end of the semester, it's either going to be a P for pass or an R for retake or repeat because you did not pass. So in order to pass, that means you complete all of your assignments and your overall average in terms of your completed assignments is an 80. Okay, so the goal is that you are showing proficiency, solid B quality work. Okay, so make sure that you are staying on top of things. I'm here for you. If you have any questions about anything, don't forget to reach out via email or Moodle Messenger, which please do brush up on the policy regarding Moodle Messenger and email. Although I would love to be available for you 24 hours a day, I am not. I have a family and just other obligations. So I am available during regular business hours on days that are regular work days. So if you have any questions, don't forget to let me know, and happy writing. And I hope that we have a great semester together.